Hi guys, Dwight here, and I am finally back making some YouTube content after a very long time away, for all manner of reasons. Life dictated that we couldn't really carry on making videos for the last 10-11 months or so, and I've not really played a lot of Duelyst or really much of anything in that period of time. I think a lot has changed. I think since I last played, we've got 2 new expansions. I think I saw the first few Shimzar cards and games when it first released, but I've not seen anything really of the Bloodborne cards that have just launched at all. And so I thought I'd just try and get back into the game a bit by playing a bit of Gauntlet. So you can play with these new cards obviously without having them. You can see what new cards are about, what they do in a vacuum if you like, or at least in a scenario where they're not backed up by all the crazy synergies and everything else that you can generate in constructed play. And so that's what I've been doing for the last few nights. Now, I've been averaging probably about 6-7 win gauntlets in that period of time, but the one I'm going to showcase for you today is just a Lionel deck that I drafted. And straight out the gate, I figured it was a very strong deck and probably going to do quite well. But the first couple of games, shall we say, did not go quite so well. We played against an Abyssian deck that seemed to have an answer to absolutely everything, which put me on 0-1, I think, straight away. And we were kind of clawing our way through it. But there's a couple of games in particular that I'd like to showcase tonight. One of them was against another Lionar, but using Zirin instead of Argian like me, in which they never seemed to die, no matter what I did. They seemed to have an answer to almost absolutely everything. And the flip side is the next game against Magmar, in which I think my rustiness shows a bit, and I played absolutely terribly. Special bonus is that this gauntlet did eventually end in 12 wins, and I'll show the final game in that as well. Like I say, I'm back now just making Duelyst content and probably looking into a couple of other tactical card games, collectible card games as well. Things like Eternal and probably Gwent as well that I'll start to look into and release videos for over the next few weeks. I hope you guys enjoy this. If you like it, obviously drop me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, as there will be videos coming on an almost daily basis going forward, and thank you very much. I don't know which general's better in the Lionel minion mirror match. I suppose that Zirin's going to be better, assuming that she has a decent amount of heal synergy. Otherwise, I imagine the 2 extra damage from Raw is stronger. So I'm going to keep the Suntide just because I think it's the strongest turn 2 play I've got available to me. I could play both of these turn 1, but chances are I'm not going to be able to reach anything to do 2 damage with this, so I'm going to throw these back and just assume I'm going to be playing Silver God Knight. Okay. Wasn't me you played last time, pal. Or was it? I don't know. Don't even know where you find out. Oh well, pretty sure it wasn't. Wouldn't have drafted another deck this quickly. So if you play Silver God Knight, then it's going to trade off this and take an attack from that. They play something onto the tile, but again, as long as they can't walk onto a tile, play something bigger, walk on there, I suppose. Maybe this isn't ideal. Like Windblade Adept is probably the strongest opening they could have, but we'll see what happens. Worst case is this game buffed with a 2/4 card, whatever that does. Or that's pretty bad. Could be worse though. Not worth me playing this onto tile realistically. I may as well just save 1 for myself. I won't replace this because there's a chance of playing next turn. Probably should have replaced the Windblade Adept or something there. Okay. This is still fine. It means I can't walk onto one of these and kill this and play Elix, but I think if we just play another Sun-type Maiden, then that's good enough. We can play the Windblade Adept as well. Kind of give up a mana tile to do it, but that's fine. Could have played Silverguard Knight there instead to kind of keep her in place and protect that, but again, she can't walk onto it. And more efficient use of mana, and I think these are more difficult to deal with. Afterblaze is a pretty nice draw as well, so we can Afterblaze into a Silverguard Knight. If either of these survive, then they will get the buff. Question is which one I buff. I think this one's more likely to get removed. So if I play that onto this, that becomes a 5-7, 5-4 after killing this. Yeah, I think that's fine. I'm going to take this mana tile just so that they can't have it. That was a bit of a misplay. Missed 2 damage there, but it's fine. It's fine, I say, as I'm about to lose the game by missing 2 damage at some point later, no doubt. That's what typically happens. But I mean, they can't move here because of the provoke, so what's the worst case here? They've either got a 2-drop they play here, Holy Immolation, it doesn't really do anything, it just kills this heals up again next turn. Or they have like silence for this area and then play something. A Silverguard Knight. There's really nothing that punishes me too hard here. I don't really know what's yeah, I don't really know what you can play. Like Master's pretty good, I suppose, but even that's not too punishing. Does seem to have drafted a fair amount of healing synergy. So I do realistically need to kill this. If I play Healing Mystic Raw, that leaves me with 4 mana. Just play the Rust Crawler. Hope they don't have anything like Arclight Regalia. Problem is, if I heal that, I permanently give her another 1 attack. So do I just accept that that's going to die? Because I can't move this behind unless I move round here. Yeah, that works. Unless I've already moved, in which case it no longer works. Don't know what's going on there. Maybe I have already moved. Just give this another 2 attack. I'm not going to attack with it myself because that keeps her in place and leaves her 1 less space to spawn something in. If she didn't have to attack into this first, then it leaves this open to playing something into with Holy Immolation, which would be fairly devastating because it would be 4 damage to everything, so pretty much clear my entire board. Whereas if I leave this here, like the choice to attack into this and take an extra 5 damage, which is only on 17, is a bit more difficult of a choice to make. This seems pretty insane as well. Such a difficult. Well, it's not difficult to deal with in its own, but having Tempest as your Bloodborne spell is considerably better than 3 healing on a minion when none of your minions survive long enough to use it anyway. So I can just trade this off. Take 2 damage for the privilege, play this. And short of Martyrdom, which would heal me up back to full health, then I can follow it with Trinity Oath and Repulsive Beast next turn to get rid of anything big they play. think I like this just because, again, they have nothing to play onto, just leaves me with, you know, full control of the board. This is, well, so very difficult to deal with, short of Master or Circle of Life and something else. This guy's deck is insane. I think that was almost as bad as it gets, a full hand refill and clean removal for it. I don't need to heal, but I could use the cards from this, and then at least I've got that to play afterwards. Keep hold of the repulsive beast just so I can get rid of anything big they play next turn. So do I just play Crossbones in a move, so I can get more value out of Skywind Glaives next turn, but I wouldn't because this is a battle pet, so it's going to attack before that takes effect anyway. I think I just play the Beastmaster. Throw this back. Probably should have attacked first, I mean, miss 1 point of healing there, but I don't think that's going to make or break the game. With a combination of 2 missed damage earlier and 1 less health for me there could definitely swing it. Can't get over how many really good cards this guy has. That's Soul Destroyer. So knocking this away doesn't really achieve anything. That also doesn't really achieve much. Because this is going to get used next turn, heal that, go up to another 3 again. Can't dispel both of them, but I can dispel one and kill the other. With a spell there, it takes the attack buff off them as well. Trade in to kill this, use the repulsive beast to send this way over there. If we play the silver, whatever it's called, Silver Tongue Corsair as well. Play Roar onto this because this is going to refresh every turn now anyway, and if they trade in there then it's obviously 2 more damage that they're going to take. But given just how much healing they've had and how much removal they've had, I'm not feeling confident that I'm going to turn this, let's say turn it around, I mean finish this game off at this point. Getting anything to stick to the board at this point would be fairly miraculous. I could use this to kill this, but I'm not really developing anything. Skywind Glaives on this only does an extra 2 damage, 8, 10. Leaves me on 11. No, 13. Leaves them on 4. Probably good enough. Now we just hope they don't have any more healing. Otherwise this gets a bit awkward. Still got 3 cards in hand, so removal or more healing is entirely out of the question, or another provoke minion. If it were to be a provoked minion, then this dispels it, but I still don't have the extra 2 damage to finish them off. If they don't get rid of this, then it should definitely win next turn. This is ridiculous. Maybe this gets rush, in which case win, but I don't know that rush counts as an ability it can get. Tempest, if I drew that, would give me lethal. If I buff this to 5/6, play this 7/9, leaves me on 7. This still can't reach me next turn, they're still on 4. Not feeling good. Not feeling like this is going to be a game that I end up winning. Just always seem to have something in their pocket. I feel like I've been on the brink of winning for about 20 minutes now, and gone through 2/3 of the deck, and I'm still not convinced it's going to happen. Can't have another Tempest, surely. Surely not. Make it stop. I think that's fine, isn't it? This will dispel this, and then the Maw can kill it. Happy days. It's finally happened. Ridiculous game. At least from what I've seen, the good Magmar decks seem to be the aggressive Magmar decks. So something like this is probably going to be a bad keep, because I don't really want to do 4 more damage to myself when I've got very little healing in this deck anyway. Divine Bond seems like something I don't really want to keep at the start either. I guess I hold this just in case I'm wrong. He plays some grow minion towards the back that needs to be dealt with quickly. Not having a turn 1 play is bad news, however. Especially given I've drafted 6 or 7 2-drops, it seems pretty unfortunate not to have got one straight away. At least we've got 2 Silver Guard Knights though, for strong follow-up turns. That sucks a bit, but hardly the worst thing in the world. Throw Crossbones back just because between that and the Owl. I like the Owl, it's cool. To do, yeah, I'm not going to take the Mana Tile because Provoke, he can't move onto it anyway. Yes, he can summon something onto it, but that's fine. I've got access to 2 Mana Tiles next turn, so potentially just drop the 7/7 straight away. Leaves me susceptible to being overdrawn on the next turn. I think I can burn a card or 2, it's fine. Tide. Okay. Still have a 2-drop to play anyway, so it's not worth dropping the Silver Guard onto this. We just accept that we're taking Taking 5 base damage here and move on with our lives. Again, he can overdraw us, but being milled in Duelyst doesn't really seem to be that much of an issue. I'm never going to get to the end of my deck, except in a very, very long drawn out game like that once against Lionheart a couple of games ago. Maybe could have used that heal though. I don't think I even bother trading into this. I mean, it potentially gets buffed. Something like Dietide Frenzy would be awkward. I can move back here, move this down here, kill that, leave this on 1 health. Attack into this puts me on 12, brings this down to 1, and then he hits whatever else I play as well. Still think I kind of have to though. At least if I buff the attack on this, then makes it slightly more awkward for him to attack into. Trinity Oath is a pretty nice draw because we get very low on health. Definitely don't need the cards though, which is the only problem. I think I've got enough provokes here that, short of a load of out of hand damage, which Magmar's got access to quite a lot of, then I should be okay. I mean, I'm going to get to 10 just from him attacking whatever he attacks this turn. If I can say drop this and this and then draw the turn after, should be in a pretty good spot. Provided he doesn't play anything huge. So my only removal at the moment is going to do another 4 damage to me, which I really can't afford to take at the moment. Time Bomb would be a really good pickup now. Put this to 11 with Raw. Don't think I'm going to be quite that fortunate though. That's painful. So the spell in here doesn't really achieve anything. Means it doesn't get cost reduction on all of his minions. But I think, to be honest, I'm probably just buffing this, trading here, playing Helix on this turn. Just try and give myself a bit of breathing room. So what he's got on the board at the moment doesn't deal with this. It will do in 1 turn, but we've got silence so we can get rid of these buffs. Bigger problem is something like Picanto War Beast or Metamorphosis, I guess. I think that's a good sign. No. Oh my god. This feels bad. What do? I was thinking there's no way that he's got Twin Fang and Kajata, so you don't need to worry about that. Wrong can you be? So I use this, put myself to 6. Do I need to Sunbloom first? I mean, Twin Fang's going to get big, but can I put enough stuff in the way that it doesn't become a problem? Use this in Trinity Oath, that puts me to 2, so I can't really play anything else except Silence. Save the Silence for next turn, I think. Oh god, this just feels bad. Wasted too much time. Don't know really what I'm trying to achieve there. So his board just trades these off now. This gets big enough to kill this, doesn't do any extra damage. paralysis analysis, I believe it's called. Losing circle of life hurts. Didn't do what I thought it would do. What am I doing? It's late. Oh my god. What is wrong with me? I guess I just play Trinity Ace. It's a comedy of errors, this game. So I'm not really in any danger of getting milled. I think it's probably becoming quickly the reality. What even is this game? How could you have two twin fangs? It's ridiculous. I'm not sure I get out of this one. If I play this, give it Divine Bond. Hope he doesn't have a way to deal with it. Sounds good. Sounds really good. What could go wrong? Now, fine. So if I attack this, use more on this. I hope it doesn't come back to life. I hope he doesn't have a way to deal with the golem without hitting it. Didn't work. Feels bad. What a ridiculous game. Seems legit. I've got tip there, nice. I like it. So, the final boss, win or lose. Glory or a pretty decent run. Say a pretty decent run. 11-2 is considerably better than 4-2, but it would be very nice to finish this with 12 wins, especially given when drafting the deck it looked like a very, very solid deck indeed. The only thing I'm really missing is like unconditional hard removal, something like Martyrdom or a card of that ilk. But I've got enough pseudo kind of hard removal and Circle of Life and Tempest, things like that, that between them do the job well enough. They just cost a hell of a lot more. Suspense is killing me. Big Duelyst versus the Gem Sponge for the title. So last time I played against Zero, and it went on for about 20 minutes, and they had just about every removal and healing spell they could possibly draft, so might be in for a bit of a slog here. More is a really good early drop. It's just not something that I really want to play turn 1. A, because it only has 2 health and dies straight away to general attacking it, or pretty much any 2 drop kills this off. Also, its opening gambit is really, really strong. So I think, as much as I dislike having battle pets on the board, 3/3 is pretty good, and should kill most 2 drops, provided they're not positioned too awkwardly. The only question is, do I throw back the Silver Tongue Corsair as well, because I'll be playing the Silver Guard Knight, so I probably do, just to try and get a more stable curve. Then we've got a much better 2 drop for the opening as well, so all good. So we can throw back the battle pet, and that's almost the best hand we could possibly wish for. We've got a few options in either a big minion to play next turn or walk onto the tile and play a 4 drop. I've also got afterplays to push a minion to pretty ridiculous stats for turn 2, but makes it really susceptible to removal. So generally you want more on the board first before you start doing that kind of thing. Okay. So I don't have the option anymore of playing 2/2 drops unless I play one over here, in which case it just doesn't feel ideal. I think I'm better off moving up here and playing these trading here, but that doesn't kill this. This is kind of awkward placement, but I don't immediately need the Zeal effect. Still going to keep this hand, see what I draw into. I like all of the options there. I like them all for the extra ping damage. I like the Rust Crawler, just in case they have something like Arclight Regalia or a strong artifact that kind of swings the game on its own. Ideally I need to find some kind of removal for any kind of big minion. But I think we're fine to just carry on as we are. I mean, I can buff this and trade. I can just trade it and then play something else out, which I think is the likely situation here. Probably throw the Trinity Oath back just because I don't need the healing all the cards at the moment. Still leave this on 3 health rather than attack with it, just because it acts as more of a blockade towards this mana tile over here. Also now have the potential of walking on here and playing Helix early. Throw one of these walls back. I think we definitely use the afterblaze here, probably with Raw. So that makes this a 5/7. Put it into this, Raw on this, trade, that goes back to full health. This is still on full health. Seems good enough. By doing it this way I kind of split up the targets that need to be removed rather than dumping it all into one minion, which makes it obviously more easy to get rid of all the power on the board in one go. So I'm just going to move in here and just start hitting face. So I'm ahead as it is. It also takes that spot up so that there's no chance of like a 2-drop in Holy Immolation or something like that, which would clear my board. Pulse Beast. No, okay. So I think, honestly, I just play Helix here. It's the biggest body. It doesn't look like they're running kind of any kind of removal in their hand at the moment. Obviously, they might replace and draw into some, but this keeps the pressure on. So now they need something pretty spectacular to deal with all of this, especially now I've got Divine Bond in my hand next turn as well, so they can trade into this, put some on 13. They also somehow need 6 damage for this, 7 damage for this, which short of something like 2 Martyrdoms. I don't see how they deal with this at the moment, with nothing on the board whatsoever. But like if they had something really good, they would have kind of instantly played it out. So the fact that they've got something to think about and consider suggests that whatever answer they've got isn't very good. So that restores 3 health, they go to 21. Conveniently deals with that. But saying that, I've got 14, 7, so 12 wins. Not easy game, good deck. Very, very good deck. That was one of the easier ones, but I imagine they were just drawing terribly because you don't get this far with nothing. And if the sun rises and the scintillas get rolling, then there's really no way that I kind of come back realistically. Okay. Not the greatest legendaries, but I'll take them. Very nice. 2 gauntlets worth of gold, Spirit Orb, 2 legendaries, and a Song Weaver.